It's the return of the wait, no wait, you're kidding. He didn't just say what I think he did he? The return of Sergey the Crusher Kovalev. Is he still the Crusher? Many questions need to be answered. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working. Cash App, $Boxing Ego. It's the return of the wait, no wait, you're kidding. You guys see it, DAZN Boxing. They switched their name from DAZN USA. Obviously, they're making their entrance into other territories, and I think they're not really focused on America anymore. That's just my speculation and theory. January 30th, the Crusher returns. Is this a cash-out fight? Listen, some people won't recognize the dude's last name. I've heard of him. His name is Beck the Bully. I don't really know how to pronounce his last name, but you also see it on their website. Sergey Kovalev returns from a 14-month layoff to face heralded prospect Beck the Bully on January 30th. Now, this is an interesting fight. You know, people are wondering if Kovalev is trying to cash out. I know he says in interviews that he's trying to reclaim his spot and get a belt. He called the CANELO fight BS and kind of complained about that. So we'll see what the Crusher still has. Listen, this is going to be an interesting fight. This is a top prospect who's a knockout artist. It says, what could be described as a crossroads fight? Former three-time light heavy champion Sergey Kovalev returns to the ring against Beck the Bully Saturday, January 30th. Unknown venue in Russia at a catchweight of 178. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on in boxing, but that's funny because normally he fights as super middleweight. And if you do research, you'll find out that Beck the Bully, he fought over, like in the amateurs, over 170. So it's not, a lot of guys when they turn pro, they'll start fighting at different weights, even if they have experience in the amateurs at higher weights. We've seen this with Lomachenko. So some of these guys are out here flexing their weight. So Beck the Bully is one of them. This is more weight than he's typically fought at recently, but we'll see. You know, we'll see how Beck the Bully is. He's a knockout artist. Kovalev just got knocked out by a smaller Canelo Alvarez. So interesting fight. This Beck the Bully has knocked out everyone except for Devin Alexander's brother. He's 6-0, 5 knockouts, as you guys see. He knocked out Clay Collard, who is tough and game and whatnot. Vaughn Alexander, he beat him. You know, guy who beat Money Powell, close. But he went a unanimous decision. So how is his power? Like I said, it's a cap for a lot of guys because a lot of guys will have their walking around weight will be crazy, but then they'll campaign at a lower weight. So he's probably just having to cut less weight. But he has an 83% knockout ratio, and it begs the question, is Kovalev the same after the Canelo fight? In my personal opinion, I feel like the Canelo Kovalev fight, it just looked off. It looked FAF to me. It just didn't look like, something was off. Kovalev, he all of a sudden wanted to throw light jabs, and he was still winning the fight with his height and range, and Canelo couldn't get on the inside the same, things like that. Kovalev has also had a bunch of legal problems that old media sweeps under the rug, but are quick to announce when, you know, Broner or Gervonta has a run-in or a leaked videotape. Kovalev's 37. This is a must-win scenario. Another thing that's a bit weird from this whole situation is the fact that Kovalev was working with Top Rank on ESPN, and when they did the Canelo fight deal, DAZN made him an agreement that they would pay him over $2 million in a loss to stay on their network. So of course Bob Arum did that, even though on ESPN Kovalev had beaten in a rematch Eliter Alvarez. But you know, I'm sure Top Rank probably gets a cut of the money still, but it was just a weird deal. Why would why would you make a deal? That's another reason that's suspicious about the Canelo fight. Why would you make a deal that if a guy from ESPN loses to a DAZN at the time fighter, Canelo Alvarez, you'll keep the non-DAZN fighter on your platform? Now, I know that came back to bite them because at the end of the day, we went through a global pandemic, which we're still in, and they got to pay Kovalev all this money. And if they're cashing him out, you're paying him $2.25 million or whatever it is to potentially get knocked out by this prospect. So bad business dealings from DAZN, in my opinion. You should have let Kovalev go back. Like, he lost to a smaller man. That's going to definitely hurt your stock. He got knocked out with a few punches in the fight. He was pretty much winning. So you allowed this man to stay on your platform, and basically you're overpaying him based on where his current market value is probably really at. You know, long layoff, legal troubles. You know, Kovalev's kind of a hard guy to root for. He's accused of attacking women and all types of stuff like that. Poor sport, sore loser with Andre Ward. Just got bodied by a smaller man in Canelo, lost to Leader Alvarez. You know what I mean? So at pushing 40 and a long layoff and a loss, a bad knockout loss, it's kind of weird. But whatever. Maybe they're hoping because it's a couple fight. I think 3 fights. That DAZN is supposed to pay him this money, so maybe they're trying to cash him out, and if he gets bodied and knocked out by this dude, they think he'll retire or something, so they only have to pay it once. I'm not sure. But Kovalev says in the press release, "I am glad that after a long break, I am starting my journey back to the title of world champion. The fact that the fight is scheduled to be in Russia gives me more motivation and strength. I want to please my fellow countrymen again with my boxing and beautiful victory." So, you know, hell of an opportunity for Kovalev if he can win. You know, he just solidifies himself. Says Sergey Kovalev is one of the biggest boxing stars of the last decade. This is exactly the type of opportunity I wanted since turning professional, and I will be well prepared for victory. So, it is what it is. I wonder if it's a cash out fight. If Kovalev can't win it, that'll get him some clout back, because this guy's supposed to be nice with it, and he's a knockout artist. So if you could, he's 24, so he's over 10 years your junior. You know, interesting fight. Interesting that they made this. Interesting that DAZN did a deal with Kovalev that should he lose, which he did lose to Canelo, he stays on the app. But it is what it is. I'm curious to see DAZN's game plan for 2021, because they got a bunch of fights that, you know, fights in Russia is probably going to come on at a different time. It looks like they're leaving the American market, but I'll leave you guys with that. Let me know what you guys think. Use ESPN Plus. Use my link. It does help the channel. It's $5.99 for ESPN Plus. You can also get the bundle, which includes ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus by clicking my link. Tons of new content announced for Disney and Disney Plus. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Is this a cash out fight for Kovalev? As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.